Welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and boo, I should have said. Today we have Ghost Adventures House Calls. This is a spin-off of the original Ghost Adventures series. It's paranormal investigators being invited into people's homes to scan and search and experience the paranormal and hopefully drive them out, especially if they're causing trouble for the people. And in the first episode that I watched, the only episode that I watched, which is about 43 minutes, this is, by the way, from 2022 to 2024. There's only 2 seasons on here, but I think there's a third, because I think there's a total of 21 episodes. And yeah, there's only like 14 in this, in these 2. It's fresh, as you can tell by the date, it's fresh out of the pandemic. People are still wearing masks when they're filming this at certain points. Yeah. So basically it's a bunch of guys that travel, I think, out of Las Vegas, and they head to Los Angeles. They head to specifically Long Beach, California in the first episode. And there's a young couple. They're newly married and they newly have a child, a baby, and there is a dark presence in their home, and the guy is, all except for the boss, which is, I think, the lead investigator, Zach. By the way, Zach Baggett's his profile picture on IMDb looks nothing like what he looks like in the episode. Pandemic changed him. He's wearing glasses. He's got a hat. Everybody looks like they were in a hardcore band in the late 90s. Early 2000s, late 90s probably. That's what everybody looks like. They're all black t-shirts, and yeah, it's just what everybody looks like. So yeah, it's I think it's probably a lot of the same guys, maybe some new ones. I'm not really sure. It's been a while since I've seen the first one as part of this series, and yeah, they go in there and they hear a lot of bumps or taps, or in some cases voices. They actually hear the voices. You can hear the voices. Is it what they think it is? I don't know. Does it sound really, does it sound like somebody going Matt in Matt's voice? In fact, because Matt is the father, the husband in this couple, and he's the one who feels like there's a dark presence that's making him angry. It's causing their relationship with his wife to be very tense. And yeah, they don't want to live there anymore, but it's a kind of iffy time in our existence where it's not really sure what kind of options we have. And so the guys are in there. The guys go in there, and gal. There's a young woman who also is in Lauren, I believe. Lots of people with cameras and audio recording and video recording, and especially a special camera that kind of body maps you. Like if you're standing in front of this camera, it kind of looks like it creates like a skeleton puppet, like an animatronic kind of stick figure of where you're positioned. And I've never seen anybody use this before. And I'm a skeptic. Yes, I'm the Scully in this situation. I'm not a Mulder. So, are all these things that search paranormal activity real? To the people using it, to people who are waving them around in the show, going, oh well, I heard something really. Did you hear it? Only oh yeah, that. And half the time they're all talking over each other, and all going shh shh shh, quiet, and you don't really get a clear idea of what's being said. And yeah, everybody feels a dark presence, but you can't prove a feeling. You can say you feel something. People can be prompted to say they feel something. Are they lying? They're trying to create an entertaining show is what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They're trying to create something that maybe stirs up some ideas in your head that goes, well, maybe this is really happening to these people. Maybe the things that I'm experiencing is because of these same types of things. And, well, you have to... None of these guys are priests, but they keep invoking the the name of God, they're Jesus, or they're invoking angels, and you have basically, in order for you to do this kind of thing, you have to believe in the Christian structure of spirits and demonology and religion as having certain powers, like just by saying certain words or certain names, that you have control over something you do not understand. Understand that they understand ghosts and spirits and everything else a whole lot better than I do. So what can I say? I can't say, oh, well, that's absolutely not something, because it's something I haven't experienced. And I know some people who have. Some people, friends of mine, have believe they have a ghost in their house. I don't believe it, but they do. And who might say that it's wrong? I'd have to. When you buy into one thing, there's a whole host. Pardon the expression, no pun intended. There's a whole host of things that have to go along with it to a certain degree. If you, I mean, just because there might be ghosts or spirits in your home doesn't mean that you are a Bible believing Christian who believes in the hierarchy of angels and demons and everything else. It doesn't mean you believe that, but you also are not working within the hierarchy. The only reason a lot of people believe these things tends to be with the hope that they can overcome them, that they can battle them, that there's a means, an understanding, a set of rules that says, well, if I say this and that and the other thing, well, then I'm going to have a defense against these scary things. So, how far do you believe? Do you believe that Jesus' name has power over these invisible creatures, except when they're on a camera and they have a little stick figure thing that looks like it's behind the guy? Or an imp? Like, at one point there's a little thing that looks like it's on this one guy's shoulder. Is it there? Is it a glitch in the camera? I don't know. I don't know. All I can say is that, oh wait, now there's imps. There's demonic imps. I'm sure Dan Aykroyd knows all this stuff, and he has books and grimoires and everything else that he can probably consult on, because he has a show also that we haven't watched yet about all the things that he genuinely does believe. He's a Ghostbuster, and he believes in this stuff. That's why he made Ghostbusters with Harold Ramis and Bill Murray. Yeah. So, is this just an elaborate performance like Pawn Stars that is meant to make people believe that there's a bunch of guys sitting in a Las Vegas pawn shop who have an enormous amount of knowledge that is spit out the moment somebody just walks in with a keychain or a box of something? I'm like, well, do you know that in the 17th century, boxes were only owned by royalty, and who wore red hats, and then purple hats. Well, they wore purple hats with gold fringe, and I just want to avoid the red hat thing. But so like suddenly there's a whole lot of information, and these guys can, honestly, if you're going to be the full skeptic, these guys can make up whatever they want. They can go, oh, but there's imps. That's that little glitch you see on his shoulder. Well, it's not a full body thing. That's a glitch of the person it's looking at, or maybe an overlay of something that they've recorded before. But there's an imp, or he has an invisible monkey on his shoulder, and those things are bad, or are they good? What about the spirits that are good? Do people want to just understand and be able to communicate? Do we get that in other episodes? Maybe. But again, a lot of it is lots of people walking around in the dark going, "Did you hear that? Did you see that?" And nobody has. I mean, yeah, there's more in this one episode I watched of people actually seeing something and actually hearing something that you can also hear, not just them. I heard a voice that said Matt. I heard something that sounded like a voice of an old woman. By the way, Matt's grandmother died in that house the year previous. And I know this is absurd to ask, but why is there a... Are we supposed to try to understand why they're there, or are we just kicking those ghosts out? We're just assuming it's a bad juju, and we're just out. We don't care what you want, why you're sticking around on this plane of existence. Quit haunting us. Get out of here. Quit trying to possess Matt. Matt seems miserable. And again, we have no shortage of actors here in Los Angeles, but not all these episodes take place in Los Angeles. So I could probably figure out where they live, if they still live there, and go talk to them and go, hey, was what your thing is real? Is it real? Maybe it is. Maybe it absolutely is to them. Maybe they've found a solution. Maybe they've found an exorcist since then. And the episode ends without a real solution. They saw and heard things, and then they reviewed it. Like the last 10 minutes is the team talking with the people who are being haunted and going over the things they found, and then just going, that's totally how I feel. I felt chills, or I felt a dark feeling, or I'm angry. Are you angry? Yes, I'm angry. Feels like a lot of leading, but again, I'm not going to crap on their parade if this is real to them, if some of it is genuinely things they discovered and just exaggerated for television, which completely makes sense with reality TV. And I knew a friend who collected too much Battlestar Galactica, and his wife was ready to kick him out until one of the stars of Battlestar Galactica came to his home and told him to just chill out on the Battlestar Galactica. Why can't I say his name? Richard Hatch. And then he got rid of some stuff, and his wife didn't divorce him immediately. Later, they broke up, but had nothing. I don't think it had anything to do with Battlestar Galactica. That's a reality show. It's made up. It's completely made up. And by the way, Richard Hatch was already a friend of the guy who was a collector of Battlestar Galactica. So yeah, the odds of them getting Richard Hatch on a Battlestar Galactica themed collector show, absolutely possible. Yeah. So that's just my way of saying there's no shortage of reality shows that are very scripted. In this case, it's not hard. You don't have to script anything for a lot of these. You can just walk around in the dark and make sure you get enough cuts of people going, wait, what? Did you hear that? Play it back. And then just play back the same scene multiple times, and you get 43 minutes. And then you do that 20 more times to make 3-season series. I'm a skeptic. I'm just saying. Now watch, I'm going to go to bed, and it's going to get dark, and, well, it is dark, but I mean, it's going to get dark, and then I'm just going to start seeing ghosts, because it's in my head now. I don't think about this stuff until I watch this stuff, and if you watch this stuff, it's going to get in your head. You start thinking, what if? But, hey, some people really just enjoy that stuff, and that's all right. That's all right. If this is your kind of thing, absolutely go watch these people stumble around in the dark and ask each other, did you hear that? Did you see that? Look on the you see on the camera thing. Again, I'm not buzzing on anybody's enjoyment of this stuff or belief in this stuff. Have fun with it. Research it. I honestly, if I would be blown away if I saw something that was legitimately provable and verifiable. If we suddenly could communicate with the whatever ghosts are, that would be astounding. It's probably second only to alien life. Just like coming down on Disclosure Day and just talking to us and going, hey, we're here. We've been here for a while. How you doing? It's time for everybody to know. That and talking to people from another dimension or an after, which we assume is the afterlife, that would be incredible. I'm all for it. Until then, it's just excitable speculation. So, but hey, we got plenty of these shows. There's the first series and this spin-off here, House Calls, for you to enjoy on Disney Plus. Let's pick tomorrow's episode. 49. 29 to 49. Oh my gosh, we got a short. We actually don't have a documentary. This is one of, so far, 3 shorts involving Mickey Mouse. Or Mickey Plus. Yeah, everything's got a plus after it these days. We saw a couple months ago, I think, we saw Mickey and Bluey. This time, we're seeing Mickey and Spidey. So, Mickey Plus shorts, Mickey and Spidey is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.